Hey everyone, been a while. I really miss you guys. Really sorry that it has to be in this form. I have to shoot a video for you guys because I am not able to join you physically because I'm gonna have my wedding ceremony this weekend. So I have to stay with my family and also my wife, even though I miss all of you so much, but I have to do what I have to do. So back to the topic. So I actually do have something to share with you, along the 12 months of, since last time. We've been together for many things. So I will try to keep it short, all right? So let's see what we get. So there are three parts I would like to go through to share with you today. The first one is actually the 12 months journey. It's actually been 12 months, time flies, since last time we meet together in Cologne. And the second one is actually a chapter of fire and forging. Well, it basically means, it's a fancy word of being that what are the major problems that we're facing right now, especially for all of you, and also what are we planning to do in the near future, right? And our roadmap. And the last one is actually a toast to all of you. I bet you guys all have your glass of you. Like, why don't you join me? I don't have a glass, sorry, but let's pretend that we have. Let's have a toast to all of you, to our community. Right, since I think you already met all the team members, on site. So we have Max, your beloved community manager, that she will be there to coordinate everything. And also you all know Bruderita already, and he's gonna be here to share some of his thoughts as well. And then we have Fuze, and also we have Long, who are our guests, and also volunteer for our events today. So let's go back to the 12 months journey. The transition, well, for those of you who actually been through this period, we actually took over our game from my games starting from June 2024. And then at that time, I think we started CBL 2024. It's actually the first, CBL that includes, global team, the CBL. And I think in September, we actually had a global championship. I still remember it's YB versus JX. And I think, unfortunately, JX is just slightly better. Well, but shout out to YB because they not only break into the global finals last year, but also this year as well. And then, last year in August, which is similar time of this year, of this year right now, it's actually our anniversary celebration. And then we actually did the global price reduction. So we reduced many price and items, and also to make our game more affordable to the global audience, across the globe in different versions. In November, we actually did our first, musical collaboration with Sabaton, with the beloved band. Well, the inspiration actually, to be honest, came from our meetup last year, because I remember there one guy or two, they actually have a, Sabaton t-shirt with them during that meetup time. So it's actually pretty impressive. So back when we get back to China, we actually started to think about how do we actually get something with Sabaton. And also, of course, we have the Sparta season, which is like a near-time high for the global performance of CB, which launched in December last year. Well, but for this year, it's actually pretty good as well. I think CBL this year happened between May and also I think it ended in July. For this year, like I mentioned, YB actually did put XT into a difficult fight. And also, like in April, we actually went to the top sellers and best sellers across the globe in many regions because of this Steam War Game Festival. Actually, this is a big recognition, and also, a big rewards. And also, like, it's a result of all of our efforts together. For starting from July, we actually have our 6th anniversary celebration, right? And this is actually our best time to, we think actually this is the best time for the beginners to join, and for, churn players to actually come back, long-term players to come back to CB, because we actually offered many progression catch-up items and lots of benefits during the period. And here we are at the Cologne meetup again. So, just to look back into the 12 months, I would like to say it's actually, marvelous. Like, I can't remember how many days and nights like we've been, chatting with you guys, reading all of your suggestions, and also, productions, marketing plans. It's a hell of a year, but I think it's a significant progress being made along the year. And, well, past is the past, right? We all have to deal with the present also in the future. So I know there are lots of problems that are, widely discussed in the community. So I would like to take the chance to actually go through some of them, right? And I think actually we're gonna have another section, which is it's gonna be held by our producer Icho. He's gonna connect through internet. Well, but back to my part. Well, the Forge system. I understand many of you have some bad experience and also complaints on the Forge system. So we understand that a little bit of random in our game makes it fun. But I think we definitely agree there's gonna be some bottom lines and also some protections in the random system. We're gonna introduce a 2-tier system. So basically, in the first tier, that everyone's gonna get a free lock. So you can actually lock one base attribute in every Forge. So basically, if you wanna lock a second attribute, based on the free lock, it will require some additional special resource. And yeah, well, surrounded bottom, man, like it's actually a pain in the ass question. So I understand that, like, in some corner cases, for example, in some cases that when you're attacker and then you lost all your units, and then you can just hide and run, and there's no fun into it. I totally understand. But I think we did a surrendered survey. I think like a while ago, based on the survey results from last time, it's actually very divided into the community, because I understand there are many competitive players into our game that they don't want to give up. So I think there are people of being afraid that if we're gonna have a surrender button, then the team morale will drop very quickly once we launch like a vote. So I think we're gonna try to sub the corner cases, but we want to keep most of the siege battles as competitive as we could. And we have the custom color. Oh, this one is actually pretty easy. I think we're gonna add more preset colors first, and then probably we're gonna introduce a full custom palette later on, once we have ensured that we won't cause any visibility and accessibility issues. So trust us, it's on the way. Wow, it's a big problem, big topic. So it's progression for beginners. We're like, we totally agree that 100% that a healthy flow of beginners and it benefits everyone. So like, actually, we've been trying a lot of different stuff, along the way, especially during our 6th anniversary in these 3 months. So actually, we did free trial of powerful units, which is the unit pass. We actually did it for 30 days for newbies and beginners. And then also, like, we introduced a free reset for key resources like honor in new servers for newbies before level 100, I believe. And then also we are actually gonna introduce an in-game guide in the future, but I'm gonna stop for this for now, because I'm gonna talk about this later on in other parts. And yeah, for maps, we're gonna, like, every season we have a map pool of maps, and then I understand for the veterans like you just get tired of playing the same old maps in every day and every week. I think the reason behind it is actually we actually have new maps almost every season, but the point is, like, we have a big map pool, so the new map actually if we have a same chance of every map, but like it's actually a smaller chance that you will get the new map. So probably, like, we can introduce a better weights into different map rotations, especially we're gonna give more weight, and also to increase the balance of new maps and rotating old ones out to ensure more variety of maps that you're playing. And what's gonna be for us in the next 12 months, 2026. So here's the case. So we're gonna have one new hero in 2026. I think in December we're gonna have our new hero of this year, and then for next year, guaranteed that we're gonna have more than 2 Western seasons, and then in every season we're gonna have new map or new event mode. And also, I think we're gonna do another IP or brand collaboration in the year of 2026. So let us know, like, what would you like? It could be music bands, movies, other games, animes, basically anything. Please let us know. All right. And balancing is always the core gaming experience for everyone. And then the balance is actually pretty hard into the game, but we are trying to build our back. I will promise that we're gonna have balance adjustment every season. And another one is actually to bring you new metas, so people will have different strategies and different tactics with your friends. And we promise that it's gonna be free doctrine removal every season if we did major adjustment to the balancing. And also, we're gonna have a brand new system. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but like, it's so big that it may impact the existing gameplay. So stay tuned on that. And along in the past 12 months, we actually fixed more than 200 bugs, and also more than 190 balance adjustments, including units, weapons, mastery, and our AI behavior. If you guys are having certain issues in the balance balancing, or you think something is too OP or something is too weak, just make sure to to speak up. And then we promise that our balancing decisions will be made, based on two things. One, the community feedback. Two, the data insights and also data analysis. And then before the actual implementation, we're gonna have our PTR test as usual. So we want you to be more involved into the process. Just finished our CBL 2095. It's actually a new peak, and it's a higher horizon of basically our competitive thing of entire CB. So we have participants from 63 countries and regions. And also we have a total of 121 teams, and we have 1 million unique viewers globally, and also we have 30 million of outreaches, impressions, for those people who actually were interested into our content. So based on numbers, we start to think actually probably tournaments, and also not only CBL but like tournaments in general is actually a very big chunk of our player experience into the game. So we are definitely gonna invest more into our tournament. So for CBL, we're gonna have CBL every year, and it's gonna be global. So I promise. So but not only CBLs, we're trying to make a ladder system for different tournaments and championship. CBL is definitely one of the top. It's actually the diamonds of the crown. But we do think community tournament and regional championship and tournaments are also important into the ecosystem. So we actually do encourage, and we want our community to actually organize more tournaments like CB Rivals, Aerial Cup, and also some other regional tournaments as well. We look forward to actually for more tournaments. So please make sure if you have the intention of, you have the ability to actually make your own tournament, please feel free to chat to Max and chat to Rita and other community managers to seek for support and also for guidance on what can we do for you. And it's a community meetup today, so we have to address a toast to our own community. So please join me to a toast, for a long-lasting CB community. So what's going on in the community? So for this time, actually, we take some time to actually flip through all of the memes and all of the interesting, stories that you guys are talking about. Well, Bugs and Furious, most balanced units, Chariot. For that one, we actually just made an announcement several days ago on how we're gonna make an adjustment to Chariot. Well, there are certain ways to counter Chariot, but I do understand that people think it still needs some restrictions. So designers will make changes actually to Chariot. I already saw some prototype of it, and then I believe we're gonna have some further news on that soon. And yeah, most dedicated player. This one reminds me. There's a short video we made on YouTube, right? I think it's a clip of our Sparta season, so it's actually pretty interesting. And yeah, most beginner friendly game. Well, I personally, I'm a big fan of the chart, but trust us, we are making improvements, like I said earlier. So it's the progression, and also too much information, too many systems into our game. So we are working on that. We are boost up the progression for beginners, and also user guides and more useful guides, and also simplify some of the UIs to make the information in the game more accessible or more understandable for modern players. Thank you for being so ironic, sarcastic. Well, most community-driven devs, I understand that there are many problems that we need to improve. We for example, you see the right picture, right? That's really actually asking people to read about what you guys are talking about, and also how to solve our Western territory war system, because it's late night in our times. So we are making our improvements to provide better service into that. Sometimes it takes some time, but trust us, no matter in the short period, if we made some mistakes, or if everybody make mistakes, but we do value the community ideas, and then we do understand that the existing community is actually the core of the game. Max started to introduce the monthly community survey into our Discord. So your feedback matters, and please make sure you spend 1 or 2 minutes to fill out the survey if you do see it in Discord, and then to give up your voice and opinion to how our community managers are serving our community. It's actually very important to us. And Max also, she's leading the other moderators and also our other community managers to give out weekly reports. So week 7 is just a start. There are many more to come. So I think in week 7 they actually answered 30 plus questions from the communities. Covering Sharia, beginning experience, currency management, and lots of stuff. Make your life feels better. So we do have people. We have Modal, we have Queen's Knight, and we have Max. It's not only about serving community, but I am definitely impressed, and also I admire the creativity from our community. Well, especially the first one got 250 more votes. I think Rita will enjoy that. Well, being a Spartan leader, and we have many UGC events. UGC basically means user generated content. So a while ago we have the Spartan Shield Showdown. So we actually think this is a top tier design. For the Spartan Shields. So we have more than 1,000 votes received in 7 days, and we have 200 more messages sent in the thread. It's actually amazing. So I think our community team will try to have more events like this, and then probably one of the designs will be introduced into the game. And special shout out to to some of our core community contributors. We have Forward丨. And also we have Amia. 2 of the examples. There are many of you who are making useful tools for the community. Beginning guys, territory war, tactic system, and also map tactic system, all of that. So we do think that it's actually very beneficial and also helpful for the community. So please make more of this, and then we are trying to collect all of this into one platform. It could be a website or something onto the official CB site, so people could actually see it in the bigger scope. And also for those of you who actually are the core contributors to these tools, we'll give out rewards and our support. And we will provide more tools, more assets and more in-game and cash rewards, and also tools and platforms, and also featuring promotional efforts. For example, into our social medias, into the game, and all of that. The program. I know, personally, I'm a big fan of watching all of your videos on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch. I know some of you enjoy making videos to your fans. We are actually investing a lot of our resources into building up the content creator program. So we have many cases. Some of the beginners, probably you just start to make your own content. You start from 5 subscribers, and then you join our CC program. We have poured in and training, so we have people to actually help you to understand how to make good content for different platforms, and also to help you to engage with your fans. And also we have our prize post, right? And also we're gonna have our promotional help, or so we're gonna promote your assets or your videos through our social platforms. And also we can even help you to collaborate with external or other content creators that you think is actually interesting, right? For the sake of more people could see more CP content, so please help us and also join us to promote our content creator program. I wish that one day we can see your name on YouTube as well. That's pretty much all the things that I have to say. Again, I really wish I could be there. Last time, it was last year. It was such a good experience that we had some drinks and we talked about the future of CB, and even I had my armor on. I think last time it was Modal, right? So I'm gonna stop right here and gonna give the mic and give the host back to our folks who are on site. And I wish all of you a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the world of CB. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.